Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Cancer. Money and career, Cancer. Cancer. Money and career, Cancer. Cancer. Money and career, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, okay. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, outer base is going to be 3. Move this down just a bit. Awesome. Okay. So think of the cards down here as like a root. Think of this, or as the trunk or roots. Think of this as a tree. These are the branches, these are the foliage, and here lie our roots. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the 5 of cups, which is water. We have the 5 of cups, which of course is water energy, but it's the emotional feeling of looking at what we don't have instead of what we do have. So it's change your mind and change your life. We then have the Queen of Swords, which is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If we're born on the cusp with Gemini, our Gemini side is going to be coming out quite strongly. Also, if we have Gemini within our chart. We then have the Emperor, which is Aries energy. And again, if we have Aries within our chart, that part of our personality is going to be coming out very, very strong. But there's a sense here, because we feel attacked and we feel like we've lost something that is intrinsically important to us. We are so strong at this point. Or if we can change, that's it. If we can change our minds and change our lives, we become warriors. And Cancer, that's what we are meant to be. We are represented by the Chariot. The Chariot is only driven by warriors and rulers. So that's what's important here. We have the Death card, Scorpio energy, time frame October 23rd to November 21st. We have the Magician, as above, so below, as you see it, so it becomes, and everything is transforming. The 3 of Cups, the people who used to celebrate us, they aren't celebrating us the same way. There's also a sense of really looking at the people who matter in our lives instead of looking at the people who don't. That's going to be part of what we change about ourselves during this time. And this is a sense of also looking at the people who were supposed to be celebrating us, who were supposed to be on our side, who just couldn't be. These can be our caregivers when we were small. These can be partners that we had, romantic partners that just couldn't stand by us for one reason or another. And this is starting to celebrate ourselves. The Strength card, Leo energy, shining through. If we're born on the cusp with Leo, this is going to come out very, very strongly in our personalities. Time frame, July 23rd to August 22nd. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles, poverty mentality. Interesting. We have two fives. They're not the best fives. Five is always a challenging number. Five denotes freedom and how we are moving towards that freedom. Five also shows us transformation and a sense of things being accomplished that we didn't think could be accomplished. So we're going to start off here. Oh, no, we're not going to start off. I'm so excited. I'm going to jump right in. Let's see our chakra energy for this time, where we have to be just a little bit mindful, a little bit careful. Cancer, money and career, Cancer. Money and career, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, these two. We have dreams and we have self-mastery. So dreams are the third eye chakra. Our third eye is opening. We're going to get messages from spirit, mainly from our dreams, but we're also going to be looking at our dreams, what we desire, what we look at in the quiet moments of our mind, and to see how it is that we can make our dreams into our reality. And also, what is so important to us? What is it that we desire? It leads us to our solar plexus chakra, self-mastery, falling into alignment. Now, we're going to have to be mindful of our dreams because we're going to get messages that we don't want to hear. And the self-mastery, there is a sense of almost feeling untethered. So it's kind of like we can just fly free. We can just do whatever we want. And that's not what builds success and builds prosperity. And even if you're saying, Dane, I have so many responsibilities. I have so much weight upon my shoulders. How could you say, I just feel like I could fly free? It's that longing to fly free. It's that sense when we get the free moments. It's not that, oh, I'm going to be organizing things or bettering myself. It's that, oh my gosh, just leave me alone. Like, I just need to de-stress. I just need to decompress. And that's all very important. But there can be a sense of, I have so much put on my shoulders. I'm so overdone right now that everything just becomes overwhelming. And so the self-mastery is the putting ourselves into alignment, is taking time for ourselves in a very positive way, instead of in a mindless way, in a positive, knowing, compassionate way. That's going to be very important. And also listening to our guts, listening to what feels right and what doesn't feel right, what we think about something, what we are expressing within ourselves, and what we don't want to express at all. So really coming into alignment with who we are and what we desire. Now, the energy that we have to be mindful of during this time, Cancer, what is the energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of for money and career? What is the energy that Cancer needs to be mindful of with money and career? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, okay. It's the Prince of Pentacles. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody who's slowly and steadily moving towards their goals. Now, they might be moving too slowly for you. That could definitely be the case. But there's also a sense of needing to break out of convention. And the Pentacles tend to like convention more than other signs. So here, there is this real sense of, okay, they're moving forward this way. This is the way they map success. Is that the way that I map success for myself? Or is that the way that I want to go? And why do I feel like I have to defend myself against this person? Why do I feel as if, if I don't conform, I'm doing something wrong? It leads us to changing our minds and changing our whole entire lives, seeing the way that the world moves forward with us, or that we move forward within the world. That's going to be more it. Because it's not that the seeds are going to part and all of a sudden we can just walk through. It's going to be that there's a change within our perception, a change within the way that we're moving forward that starts to really change everything. And it goes from looking at the 3 spilt cups, the cups that were of celebration, that now are of sorrow, the cups that couldn't hold their joy. Also, the heartbreaks, the pains, the disappointments we go through simply by living. And it's turning around and it's seeing the 2 cups that stand. It's seeing the love, the unity, the connection, the beauty. And it moves us towards the Queen of Swords. This is air sign energy. Again, it is the voice that is coming forward. It is the wind that parts the seas. It is the power of the emotions. And there's a real sense here that if we can change what we're focusing on, if we can kind of pull ourselves up by the bootstraps and say, I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I am not somebody to be trampled upon. I am somebody to be raised, to be looked at, to be heard, to be acknowledged. We become warriors during this time. And again, it is a natural part of a Cancer's being to be a warrior, but we're not seen as that. We're seen as more docile, more emotional, more compassionate. And those aren't bad things, though we can tend to think they are. The Queen of Swords cuts through doubts, fears, and negativity. The Queen of Swords hones her skills, knows what she desires, and takes no bull. She's also crowned with transformation. She's not afraid to adapt to what the battle needs, to what is being called on at this time. And then we have the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries energy. Aries is the god of war in Greek mythology. There's a sense of power and of focus, of determination, of insight, of passion, and there's a sense of I'm claiming this throne. Both of these are rulers. They claim their throne, they know their worth, and they move forward. And that's what we need to do during this time. We can be having a bit of a battle with an authority figure during this time, a boss, it can be a partner where they want one thing, we want another thing. We're not having this give and this take. We need to transform within it. So there's the sense with the Death card. The Death card, I like to see it now as the Ouroboros, the serpent eating its own tail. And so everything is the knowledge that is accumulating, the wisdom that becomes us, and that wisdom being ingested into our very soul. And that will keep on going till eternity, till we end. But here with the Death card, there is the king laying on the ground, the crown fallen. So even the rulers fall. Even the mighty have to change. And then we have the Pope. The Pope considered more powerful in medieval times than a king. Okay, offering before, but also if you look at him, you can't help but look at fear. What are we afraid of? What are we trying to not have happen? The child on their knees, the woman fainting. There's a sense of everything changes. And it does not matter our positions in life. It does not matter our age. Everything changes. All is flux and nothing stays the same. That's what Plato said. And there's this real sense of embracing that sentiment, embracing that change, embracing that difference. And so here with the death, it's a dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, the consumption of wisdom, the understanding of pain. And it brings us to the magician. The magician stands before the altar of his existence, calling upon the elements of his being and saying, this is who I am. As above, so below. As I think it, so it become. As I focus on it, so it is. And we're calling power into ourselves. We're calling knowledge forward. We're looking at things differently. We're looking at things powerfully. We're seeing the purpose of us more openly, more honestly than we might have been able to before. And what we're doing here is we're embracing what is needed, and we're looking at what is desired. And so with the magician, we stand at the altar. We say, this is me. This is what I bring to the table. And then we hone it. We hone those skills for eternity. And we look at the mind. We look at what is growing around us, the love, the purity of intention, the passion, the desire, the insight. And it brings us then to the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is the hurt and the pain and the disappointment. It's also the celebration. It's both. Life is both and will always be both. We have the beautiful moments and we have the heartbreaking moments, sometimes shared with the same people. These are the people that cannot celebrate us. It starts off with, for me, the Three of Cups starts off with the people who cannot celebrate us, with the people who cannot see us. They should be able to. They're supposed to be able to. In the books, they say, this person is supposed to love you. This person is supposed to care for you. But they didn't. They let us down. It can be a caregiver. It can be a partner. It could be a friend. They weren't able to be there. In TV, we see, these people are supposed to be on my side. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're the greatest challenges in our life thrown in our way. And so here we're looking. We're looking at what we desire. We're looking at what we want. We're looking at what we need. We're looking at passion and hurt and disappointment. And then we see the people that are in our corner. Or we see that the connection with spirit is what's in our corner. And we start to grow, and we start to understand, and we start to be emboldened, and then we start to celebrate ourselves. There's a need to celebrate ourselves in our career, because it's going to be so easy to say, I'm not doing enough. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not giving enough. I'm not, where I'm supposed to be. We're not understanding during this time that we're transforming. We think that we're supposed to be ruling. Part of a good ruler is not one that rules in tyranny. Though, one could argue that some of the best rulers in ancient history were tyrannical because they needed that heavy hand. So there's a time and a place for every sort of personality to come forward. Well, almost every sort. But there is a way here forward that isn't falling into tyranny, that is saying, okay, this might have worked. And we might be looking at people in the past and saying, okay, that worked for them, but what is going to work for me? What is it that I need? What is it that I'm developing? What is it that I desire? And then it's starting to celebrate ourselves. It's starting to open up the doors. It's starting to look at things more openly and more honestly, but also starting to be that person that we would want to work for. So I always think of the Six of Wands as, this is a boss I would like to work for. This is a boss that is encouraging, that, says, yes, you can when you think, no, I can't, says, oh, try it. I'll be here to talk you through. If you need help, just call on me. That type of person. And when we're not embracing the Six of Wands, we have the boss that says, I don't care. That's always pushing us. That even if we do everything, is saying, well, you didn't do this. Even if we, tried everything, it's like, oh, well, or if we worked our tush off and we got so much done, they're always going to complain. Which one do you want to be with? So which one do you want to be with in your subconscious mind, in your inner thoughts? How are you celebrating yourself? How are you calling forward your elemental power? It moves us to strength. Strength is not through, you will do what I say. Because that's the strength, again, of tyranny that comes forward. And it can be that we're finding our power, but we're finding how to rule ourselves. We're finding how to embrace what we are good at, but also how to embrace the people that we work for, the people that we have to listen to. It's like, okay, how do I let them not beat me down? How do I let myself express my desires, my understandings, move me forward? And it's through strength. It's through compassion, which some people will see as weakness, Cancer, and that's just their problem. If a person looks at strength and sees weakness and gullibility, they have issues, and they just need to look at those issues. If another person sees kindness as sweetness, as compassion, as something that is a bright jewel to be honored, well, that's important. Here, it's embracing the strength of ourselves. It's embracing the strength of what we want. The strength is not through dominance, it's through compassion. But it's also through that give and take. That lion could easily take her down, instantaneously. But there is that give and that take, that trust. And so the strength that we're calling upon is the strength within our desire to achieve. That sense of, I know that my desire to achieve can take me down, can become all-consuming, but we're having that give and that taste, that take, that taste of sweetness instead of just always eating vegetables, And so here, it starts to move us, and it moves us from the poverty mentality. The poverty mentality it can be how we were raised. There never was enough money. We always had to scrape by. It can be that there were always fights about money in our house. And so we grew up lacking. It could be that we married somebody or, we're in a relationship with somebody and they always brought up money. They always fought about money. We never felt like we were pulling our weight, even if we were pulling everything. So the Five of Pentacles has us look at that poverty mentality, has us look at feeling out in the cold of wealth and success, but also feeling like that wealth and success means anything. And it's starting to say, what's our relationship with money? Where are the hurts? Where are the pains? Where are the disappointments around money? What can't money buy that we're looking for? What do we desire? The Five of Pentacles, it doesn't play around. It's intense, it's to the point, and it's saying, look at what has held you back. Look at why we're walking past the place that should be helping us instead of into it. Look at what we're not doing. And it might say, okay, well, how do I know what I'm not doing? It's like, am I utilizing my wealth, my prosperity, my abundance, or my ability for it? Or am I scared and hiding? Because it's going to take strength to break the cycle. But why can't it be you who breaks the cycle? So let's see how Spirit defines this reading. Please define. this reading for Cancer. Please define this reading for Cancer. Please define this reading for Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. It's justice. Justice is Libra energy. Time frame is September 23rd to October 22nd, but it's also discernment. It's holding the sword. It's balancing the scales. It's saying, what do I need? What do I want? What am I going after because I have to go after it? What am I seeking because I need to seek it? What is it that is me? And what is it that I think is supposed to be me so that everybody else sees it? It's being discerning. It's saying, I can't let that energy in. I can't let that person in. Even with the job, it's like, okay, what is it that brings me balance within my career? What is it that I like about it? Is it that I simply get a paycheck and that's enough? That's perfectly fine. But it's being discerning with the energy that gets to define us and the energy that feeds us. Because there's some people during this time we're just going to have to ignore. We're just going to have to walk away from them. And that's in order for us to celebrate ourselves. And that's what the rebirth is all about, the death and the rebirth. It's all about being able to say, I'm worth it. I'm absolutely worth it. It moves us then to our spirit animal. Cancer, money and career. Cancer, money and career. Angels and spirit guides. It's the butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. The transformation, which is upon the Queen of Swords throne and her crown, here and here, is beautiful. And it's insightful and it's powerful, and we are going to see ourselves flying forward. We're going to see ourselves embracing more. It leads us then to our subconscious. Let's start with our subconscious chakra message, which is inspiration. This is the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is important because the sacral chakra is where so much negative energy from this life and past lives are held. And the sacral chakra is also where our creative and sexual energy is. So in order to move forward in work, to have that creativity come forward, and also that sense of the erotic beauty within life, not just the sexual act of eroticism, but the erotic beauty within life and within understanding and coming together. We need to be inspired. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's not having the same old scenario being brought forward. And it leads us then to our subconscious spirit animal message, which says clear out the clutter. Clear out the clutter so that the new can come. It's time to clear out the old. It brings us to our subconscious person message, which is us. Do not get in your own way, Cancer. Don't. Connect with the subconscious and the conscious. Move yourself forward. Be focused on your goal. But do not get in your own way. It'll be very easy to talk yourself out of things, to have doubt come forward, to feel overwhelmed. And it leads us then to the subconscious message of the way this reading was defined. And that's with the Page of Swords. Learning. Learning our mind, learning our breath and our voice, the power of ourselves. The learning of our skills and our passions and what we have sacrificed for and what we hope to build. It brings us then to our subconscious message for this whole entire reading, which is the Five of Wands. Be mindful. Be mindful of the battles going on around you and within you. This is saying don't get involved in office battles. This is saying don't get involved in petty arguments. This is also saying there will be petty arguments that happen just almost subconsciously. It's like this needs to get out. It needs to be purged. But if we see these office politics, if we see people, they're fighting for the sake of fighting. They're frustrated, they're angry, they've had enough, and they're going to want to fight for the sake of fighting. Don't get involved. Don't. Walk away if you can. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we move forward in the power of ourselves and as we know our own worth. So take a nice deep breath in exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.